Good evening. I'd like to call this meeting to order at 6:31. Any adjustments to the agenda?
I have none.
Seeing none. Number 3, motion to accept the board meeting agenda. Dakin, second.
Yes.
All those in favor? Unanimous. Recognitions.
I do have a recognition I'd like to read to everybody. This past Saturday, the Searsport District Middle School Drama Club participated in an event called the Maine Student Acting Competition, and the following awards were won by our students. First of all, the group acting, first place. This was an original piece written and performed by the students, and receiving recognition was Oceana Patolsky-Proctor, Ashley Harriman, and Cheyenne Hebert. Group acting second place, William Bradley, Shannon Fitzgerald, and Dominic Foster. The duo musical, second place, William Bradley and Shannon Fitzgerald. Individual improvisation, first place, to William Bradley. Ava Knowles also competed and received many compliments from the judges on her leadership in our group musical. And I also want to recognize the high school volunteers that went down and also did workshops for the middle school students, Holly Leno and Mackenzie Philbrook. So great job.
Moving on to number 5, consideration of minutes, regular board meeting, April 26, 2016. Second. Corrections, changes? Seeing none, all those in favor? Unanimous. We have no consent agenda this evening. Presentations, we have none. Anybody wish to address the board at this time from the public? Seeing none, report from the superintendent.
I have a few things. First of all, I'd like to just give you a quick follow-up with regards to the Searsport Elementary School fire suppression system. On May 2nd, we had a loss of power to all SAD 20 schools around 5, and for the next hour and a half, this caused a lapse in maintaining the air pressure in the fire sprinkler system, which caused several leaks in various parts of the building when the power came back on. The crew, led by Junior Turner and Travis McAvoy, as well as the custodians, Carol Pendleton, and subs Mike Seekins and Travis McAvoy, they did a lot of work to clean up the damage. We contacted Dean and Allen, which is the sprinkler system company. That was about 8:30. They sent a service tech right over. Spent about 2 hours of driving time, then got the techs to come up the next day from Gray, and as you probably know, we had to cancel school that day for the students because we had to have our sprinkler system off, and we can't run school without the sprinkler system. So we got that fixed, 3 lengths of pipe plus gaskets and couplers. The system was up and going. We tested it very carefully, I might say. It was all set. We were back in school the next day, and what we'll do now is that we will address that this summer when we have to do more testing. I have one retirement I need to announce. It was brought to my attention just this past Friday. Therefore, it's not in any, I do not even have the written letter, but Linda Garson Smith, our ESL teacher, which is English as a second language, has announced her retirement, and we will be advertising for a new ESL instructor for the district. And that is a position that we share with RSU 71. Other news, the after-school program, Grant A, which is the grant that applied to our elementary school by itself, because this year we will be doing our after-school program, and Grant A would have been just Searsport Elementary School. That was not approved by the Department of Education. Department of Education only approved 4 grants this year. 2 were brand-new applicants, which is what they're looking for, and the other 2 came from 2 large metropolitan areas. So we will not be having that grant this coming year, and we're looking at different options to look at that. Grant B, which runs from 2016 to 2017, will only be at the middle school. That will continue for 1 more year. We will be looking to reapply for that one, and again, there's no guarantee. Those are federal grants that are administered by the state, and we'll see what happens, but I wanted to draw that to everybody's attention. Another interviews for the middle school, high school principal will be conducted Thursday of this week, May 12th. We've narrowed it down from 8 applicants, all original. They did not come from the first set of interviews. We've got that down to 4, and they will be interviewed by the committee of 10 individuals this Thursday. Also on Thursday, I will be attending a Midco superintendent's meeting in the morning till early afternoon, and I wanted to bring that to your attention because 2 of the top 2 agenda items, I should say, one is the new proficiency-based diploma law, which is now law in the state of Maine. It's 1627 if you're looking for the number. And the other that we're going to be talking about is a consistency among superintendents when it comes to superintendent agreements. So those will be discussed on Thursday. And then on Friday, this week, May 13th, Drummond Woodson will be putting on a workshop for the current laws, and I do want you to know that that is what they call a free workshop that Drummond Woodson puts on, but obviously during the year we more than pay our fair share. Budget booklets have started to arrive at the homes around the districts for both the residents of Searsport and Stockton Springs, and those also on our website will be posting the line-by-line items that are in the budget. That's a 36-page document, so we didn't want to send that out, but you can see that online, and that will be on our website. Another information, no longer will Cross Insurance be providing to school systems in the state of Maine a student accident insurance. That was a supplemental insurance. They've stopped that mainly due to the Affordable Health Care Act. And then the last, a reminder that the next board meeting, which would be scheduled for the 24th, will actually be the budget hearing, and it will be in the high school in the cafetorium. And our next scheduled board meeting will therefore be June 15th, which is a Wednesday, following the referendum vote on Tuesday, June 14th. And that's my report. I'll answer any questions if there are any.
Seeing none, we'll move on. Committee reports. There was a finance committee meeting this afternoon. Well, I'm going to go by memory. I actually have it right there. We have 16.62% of the budget year remaining, and we currently have 32.77% remaining of the budget. Just like to remind everybody that includes summer salaries, so that number may sound construed a little bit high, but it's because the summer salaries are included in that percentage. All towns are up to date, and we're good to go. Any other committee reports? Nobody else has met, correct? Old business, we have none. New business, update student registration numbers.
That was one of the items that we were going to bring to you, and I do have those. I just need to get these passed out. These are fresh The last two students were registered this morning. And what this is, now we will go into phase 2 of our schedule, and that is we'll start building the schedule based on enrollment or registrations, and we will use the current schedule as the framework, and then see if we make changes. Some of these numbers you can see by looking at these are low, but what I want you to make sure that you notice when you look at these is if you look at the top, they represent the class. So 2017 is your senior class, 18 is your junior class, 19 is your sophomores. The freshmen, their schedule is pretty well blocked in, so we'll know by the number of 8th graders moving into freshmen. They don't have the opportunity to take as many electives due to the fact that they need some of their core requirements taken care of their freshman year. So we'll have, hopefully, and I use that word hopefully, a more solidified schedule for you on June 15th when we meet again. If it comes before, I'll work with guidance. We'll get that to you through an email or through mail. But these give you some numbers that we have coming in. And the only other thing I'll draw your attention to right now, so it means more to you when you're looking at it, the ELA under junior and senior year, if you notice, there seems to be more listings under there. That's because the ELA we're going to do by semesters this year. So students signed up by the semester, and then we'll work those in so we can look at the sections that we offer. And I'll answer any questions you might have on that. Right now, it probably looks a little bit foreign language to you, but we'll straighten it out by the time we meet again.
Anyone? Next order of business is an executive session, 12.2. Just so everybody knows, so you don't have to hang around, there'll be no action or discussion as a result of the executive session. Motion, executive session pursuant to 1 MRSA 4056D for the purpose of discussion of labor contract negotiations. All those in favor? Oh, I need a second, sorry. All those in favor? Thank you, folks.